get horses into the gate, so there's a greater chance of them going, and you wouldn't have been able to do that a few years ago.
No, it's worked very well there now, and Jason's on board. Just going back to Pretty Danielle, she's got a real mixed pedigree. She's rated 72, but she's by Harry Angel, who obviously put a bit of speed in there. But the dam was a strong stay. She was a winner over 2 miles, so if they are getting tired late on, you suspect she will be staying on, because I'm pretty sure she'll stay further than 7 in time.
And Aspire will be one of the last ones for this Ladbrokes free bet at Ayr Fillies Nursery. Let's say good afternoon to Gareth Topham.
Hi Nick, hi everybody. Last one to go forward here will be Pretty Danielle for this opening race of 8. Pretty Danielle heading towards the stalls here. Stall 6 for Pretty Danielle. And in she goes, just about ready, lined up. Pretty Danielle a little restless in stall 6. Just threatening to set Radiance off as well. Stalls handlers on the case. Bit calmer now. And they're off. They jump away. The opener on Ladies' Day, the Ladbrokes free bet at Ayr Fillies Nursery handicap. The slowest to get into stride was Bearing Up, but quickly makes up a few places down along the inner. It is a Spiral who tows them along through the first furlong. From in second position at Magistery, and then Paroda Diva in the light green colours up around the outside. Bearing Up together with Magic Box are the next two. A couple of lengths back Radiance, and the back marker now Pretty Danielle, who's no more than 6 lengths off the pace as they swing left-handed and freewheel down the hill back towards the entrance for home. And it is in front a Spiral, having her first start in a nursery today and bringing them along by about a length. Over in second position the nose-banded Magistery, with widest of all at the moment Paroda Diva, keeping company with Magic Box, and taking the shortest route is Bearing Up as they're now in line for home. The last couple are Pretty Danielle, who's in the pink colours, and Radiance in the light blue down the outside as they work their way down the middle of the track. And from here 2.5 furlongs to travel in the opener. It is a Spiral, the yellow cap, just in front to Magistery, who's trying to throw down a challenge. Radiance is quickening up on the left-hand side. Magic Box is also trying to get into it. And further down the pack, Bearing Up, Pretty Danielle and Paroda Diva. Still a Spiral, just over a furlong to go, and a Spiral's finding plenty and quickens on again by 1.5 lengths to 2 over Magic Box. Back in third now is Bearing Up. The others are well cooked, and into the closing stage is a Spiral. Just keeps on rolling here in the hands of Clifford Lee, and scores well on a handicapping introduction, and made all of the running to beat Magic Box. With him behind them, Bearing Up through for third, and fourth across the line was Pretty Danielle.
More joy for Carl Burke in what's been an extraordinary season for him. Clifford Lee has ridden a Spiral to success in the opener here on Ladies' Day, Ayr Gold Cup Festival, in the colours of Mr Mackay and West Shore Farm. A Spiral has bolted up here, third favourite at 4-1. Magic Box has run really well again, but no answer to the clearly well handicapped winner. The disappointment of the race was Radiance, though she got very upset in the stalls, and I think again you'd be hard pushed not to put a line through that performance. A Spiral is moving in the right direction and looks very straightforward.
She does, yeah. That's 2 wins from 4 starts now, officially rated 80. She'd won on slow ground at Carlisle on the penultimate start. Stepped up to a mile last time out, back in trip here. That suited her, got a positive ride, and I think that's Carl's 50th 2-year-old domestic winner of the year.
Now, if you keep your eye on stall 5, you might just see Radiant now. You missed it. Radiance was getting very, very edgy. She was getting very skittish and was sort of set alight by Paroda Diva and Pretty Danielle to her outside, and she was on the back foot from the outset.
Yeah, she was. She had to be ridden to come out of the stalls and to hold her position, which she didn't manage to do, and that made life difficult. When we see them turn into the straight, it did look as though she's running a bit free there as well. She did look as though she'd settled and was moving up quite menacingly, but I think the efforts of the first 4 furlongs, where she's clearly not, the jockey's not able to control her energy. She wasn't able, she just flattered on the outside and flattened out.
One of the features of this was how well A Spiral settled on the front end.
Yeah, dropping back in trip, positive ride, good draw to do it as well in stall 2. As you say, she just looks a very straightforward filly, did everything on her own terms. She had Magistry just in behind, who was tackling the trip for the first time. I think Magic Box has taken quite a big step forward from Catterick last time, up half a stone in the ratings. She's run well without looking a real threat to the winner, I thought.
Bearing Up has run well, and there'll be easier races for her as well.
I'm trying to watch and gain encouragement for it, and it's there, definitely. There are lots of handicaps coming up, no doubt, in the north of England. Her knee action suggests to me that this soft ground is going to be perfectly well suited for her. And if it was an 8-runner race, I think I might have collected each way. Unfortunately, it was a 7-runner race, but I think losses are only lent on Bearing Up. There's a staying nursery in her.
A Spiral it is that has won. Clifford Lee has been an incredibly important part of this Carl Burke success story over the last few seasons, and this year their partnership really seems to have gelled. Let's take a look at the head-on.
Yeah, just dominated from the outside. Yeah, as you say, he's formed a really strong alliance with Carl Burke over the last 2 or 3 years, and not just with the 2-year-olds. They've obviously had an exceptional season with the juveniles this year, but the older horses as well, the 3-year-olds, the likes of Contingent was very good at the weekend in Ireland, and as I say, I think there's 50 domestic 2-year-old winners for the yard, plus the winners overseas in Ireland and in France.
Yeah, Clifford Lee doesn't need any media training now. Every Saturday afternoon he seems to be getting interviewed by one of us on racing TV, so no, it's great to see.
Probably won't be his last of this fixture either. A Spiral has bolted up in the Ladbrokes Free Better Ayr Fillies nursery. We can tidy up the SPs and all that with Tom.
Yeah, nice performance. Another Carl Burke trained juvenile winner. There you go. Flying along. That's 48 on the turf, 2 on the all-weather. And a really good season for the team with the juveniles. We'll just all round. 4-1, A Spiral wins, beats Magic Box, 85-40. Into second, A Spiral wins at Ayr.